sentence was cut off. And 2 seconds later, I was paralyzed.
Life without the function of my legs? I can't imagine that. I don't know how I would get anywhere. I guess maybe I would use like a wheelchair. I would depend on a lot of friends, I guess, to push me around, my family. It would be a very hard life.
That would have been devastating. I can't imagine not having my legs. That would be so bad. Like not being able to walk. Ooh. I've never broken a bone either, so yeah.
But like if something happened to me like right now where I wasn't able to walk anymore, that would just be devastating. Like, I really couldn't imagine that.
No, I can't. I mean, I've been walking for so long.
Oh, that's hard. Yeah, I can't. Definitely can't.
I was renting an apartment in Albany with 3 other guys. At the time, it was just 2 of us, and we had a friend over.
I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. I had an option to get surgery on it, and then that would be like a couple months without using my legs, and I would have to be in a wheelchair or with crutches. And I didn't opt for that because I just couldn't do it. I need my legs.
I met Eli through Aaron. They were looking for a bass player for their band that they were creating, and met up with them, and that's how it started.
And I met him sophomore year of high school in the gym locker room. We were one of the few sophomores in the corner. And then I kind of re-met him freshman year at SUNY Albany.
I used to play in a band called Digital Dharma. We were a local band in Albany. We did some touring in the tri-state area and Pennsylvania. Filmmaking, music making, that creative side hasn't left, and it definitely could have, because the injury was pretty bad. It could have been a brain injury as much as it could have been a neck injury. So, the whole cognizant side of me could have just been lost as quickly as everything happened.
Yeah, I'm on the dance team, so I dance a lot. Even like listening to music, I had to be like moving my feet and like doing like all routines and stuff. So walking everywhere, and I don't know, I think I like start to feel bad for myself because I went from doing something every day to like having that completely taken away from me. So that's rough.
The Come Up Festival was the last festival we played before the accident.
Yo, come on, what's good? It's our last song here.
And it was a good time. It was at a really good location up at Plattekill Mountain, I think. Yeah, Plattekill Mountain had a bunch of great bands, and it was a good time. Played it to the sunset, and it was beautiful.
I honestly wouldn't even know what to do. Like if I found out like I was like paralyzed in my sleep or something and I couldn't like use my legs. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't really imagine just not being able to walk anymore.
We were standing on the back porch, which, by the way, we never really stood on before. So the fact that we were there was kind of just bizarre.
We were just actually listening to the Come Up Festival set because we record all of our sets.
We were listening to a recording of our band playing when the incident happened, so to add a little more bizarreness to the whole thing.
I was leaning up against a railing on the balcony, and Eli leaned up against it, and the railing just gave way.
I leaned against the railing, which was wooden, and it snapped, and I fell onto some cinder blocks. And broke my neck, and a few seconds later realized I was paralyzed.
If I had to wake up in the morning and I had to use a wheelchair, it would definitely, I would have to wake up probably earlier, so this way I could like get dressed and ready.
Not having the function of my legs would just ruin everything. I wouldn't be able to get ready in the morning. I'd have to depend on someone else to help me all the time.
As far as like motivation and like trying to get through the day, like mentally it will be like tough, and then figuring out like how I would want to change like the things that I do and like still be me, knowing that I don't have my legs and being able to dance.
I'm just thinking about like going to the bathroom, I guess, like the struggle it would be to get off the wheelchair.
I'd have to wake up earlier. I'd have to probably live like somewhere else.
Or even just getting dressed and putting your pants on. I feel like that would be a struggle.
I think it'd be really challenging because you wake up and you think, oh, today's going to be a great day, but in order today to start, you have to start with many obstacles in your way, and it's challenging to wake up in the morning knowing that you have to lift yourself out of bed. You can't just get and jump out of bed and get on with your day. You have to go to the bathroom, you have to wheel yourself in, you have to use hand railings in order to do that. It's not easy.
Wake up, which I'm glad for every day. Transfer out of bed, and that requires the use of a board. And I just kind of pop into the chair using my arm strength.
I wouldn't be able to run. I wouldn't be able to ski.
I work out. I like running. I do 14 laps like every night and stuff. So yeah, I can't imagine it without that. It's just a daily routine. It's part of your life.
It was pitch black, so I had to grab my phone for light. And then once I realized that there was blood like everywhere, I had to call 911, and that's when they were telling me exactly what to do. And then the ambulance was there within, I'd say maybe like 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we went to the hospital basically. And I saw Steve within like an hour, but I couldn't see Eli for like 3 hours when his parents got there.
It was pretty scary because it was dark, and you couldn't really. When I went backwards, you were just seeing black because it's so dark. It was like 10 o'clock, so all you see is darkness, and then we just hit. We were both conscious and talking, and it was kind of almost maybe like a quick second blackout, and like I woke up and my head was on Eli's back, and my legs were on Eli's legs, but I was on the side of him. And I could just feel warm coming down my head, and I touched my head, and it was just full of blood. And then that's when I started talking to Eli, and he was telling me he couldn't move. And I asked him if it's because my legs are on his. I didn't even realize my legs were on his. So I lifted him off, and he said he still couldn't move. And that's when Aaron was just like, make sure you don't move him or anything.
In some ways I miss what I don't have. Music has gotten a lot harder for me. It's still my passion, but it's very hard. Everything in life is just harder now.
I had a bunch of gashes in my head. I got 20 staples all around my head, a cracked sternum, cracked ribs, and like a muscle contusion in my back. I don't know, it's kind of unfair.
I have some function. I can move 3 fingers on my right hand, not fully, but I can still move them. I can move my wrists, and yeah, that's about it for now. I might expect some more return in the coming months.
We were, right next to each other. We were touching when we landed, so I don't know how it could have happened that way. The next day after that, people were saying, like, I can't believe, you could have been dead, Eli could have been dead. And, like, somehow both of you guys came out alive. And, my mom actually went and saw, a medium. She saw a medium, and she said my grandfather was there. And actually, like, had a pillow under my head. Which is, I don't know. You either believe it or you don't, but she believes.
I just have one vivid memory of like all of a sudden both of you guys like falling back into the darkness, and then just maybe like 5 seconds of me going, what just happened?
I can't imagine life without my legs.
If I lost my legs, that would be terrible. Life can just happen. God forbid, a car accident or, if I got an infection. I can't even imagine, but it would be horrible.
I can't imagine life without my legs.
I couldn't imagine my life without my legs either. They're like everything to me.
I couldn't imagine life without my legs.
I believe life is precious and can be taken from you in a split second.
Life is precious, and I think I appreciate it a lot more.
Walking is something you do since you can really remember. You're just like, I've always been walking, so it's really hard to think how one day you can't. It's not even just not being able to walk. There's a lot of other things that go with it, which takes it to the next level. Because in Eli's condition, he's incomplete quadriplegic from his chest down. So basically, it also includes a lot of his arms. He can't use his fingers to the best of his ability. So it really just takes things into perspective when you can't do what you used to do every day. So it makes you definitely made me appreciate, being okay in life. Yeah.
Life changed very quickly. It could have been a lot worse. So I'm thankful for what I have. Just don't take life for granted anymore.
Yeah.
We're all brothers.
Yeah, we're all family now. We've went through tragedies and we've went through happy times and sad times and hard times. So we're all in unity with each other.
Yeah, definitely.
I just released my solo EP. All of my musical ability has built up to this moment where now I have to explore my boundaries again. And the same goes with everything else. Testing the limits to see what you really can do, and not worry so much about what you can't do. But life is life. I haven't lost it, so here I am.